Everyone thinks they have a discipline problem with their phone, bad habits. At night, I can't stop scrolling. I can't go to bed on time. I keep pushing back my bedtime. But the night isn't where it went wrong. Like, think about the bad habits that you have, your relationship with your phone, scrolling too much, spending too much time on your phone. Like, that moment is not where it went wrong. That is the tip of the iceberg. The battle was already lost at like 2 p.m. that same day. And this is what I want to talk about. One of the biggest realizations that I made when I was back living in my apartment, struggling so much with scrolling, not going to bed on time, scrolling for hours after work. It wasn't that moment. What my day looked like was like, oh, wake up, reach for my phone, accidentally opened up Instagram, scrolled a couple times, and then finally got up, went for a walk. Like, the walk, getting outside was maybe the most achievement that I had during my days. But then I would just come back and I would have this intention to read. Like, my Kindle would be on my couch, on my desk, and I would see it, but it was one of those just like micro moments of, I just can't do it right now. And then, I'm just too tired. And I would sit on my couch and open up my phone and scroll for like an hour, watch some YouTube videos, just like pass the time until work started. And then by the time, started work, got to lunchtime, I'd already like checked my phone a couple times, done some scrolling here and there, but like I had also gotten work done. It's not all bad, but then lunch comes and it's like watching YouTube for like 45 minutes, an hour, and then 4 p.m., 5 p.m. hits. I'm just tired. My brain is tired. And it's just like a little bit overstimulated. And then I finish work. And immediately it's like, I've got freedom. I've got free time. But then I look up and an hour has passed by. And I just spent like that hour just somehow on Instagram, somehow scrolling. And I wasn't even taking advantage of the freedom that I had. And then, dinner, more YouTube. And then by the evening, I'd be like, all right, got some budgeting to do, got some actual things. Like, this is the night. This is when I'm going to make progress. But I had like too much rice and chicken at dinner. Now I'm exhausted, I'm tired. And it's just another one of these micro moments where it's like, bro, I can't do it. I'm just too tired right now. And then suddenly it's 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. I'm sitting on my couch scrolling for hours. If you resonated with any part of this story, like my actual story, when I struggled the most with being productive, the most with, bad habits, scrolling too much, the point I want to make here is that the battle is not at 10 p.m. The battle is not the symptom, the thing that you think is the problem. Like, the battle was lost hours ago. The way I acted in the morning, waking up, checking Instagram first thing, going for a walk, coming back, watching YouTube for an hour, like, that is destroying my own energy, discipline, willpower for me to not scroll at 10 p.m. And so when I think about the symptom, not the root cause of my struggle, 10 p.m., scrolling, bad habits, the battle was lost in the morning. All of these micro moments, all of these, and I just can't read right now. Like, I said I would do it yesterday, but I'm just like a little bit too tired, That is the battle. Those are the moments to focus on. And what makes this so difficult is that you still are productive. When I was working, like, I was still contributing at work. I was still getting work done. I was still doing things, going for a walk. My weekends looked good. I was still I wasn't just, scrolling for the entire day. And this is the trap that I see us high achievers, high performers in. It's like, yeah, but my life isn't all bad. It's just this slow erosion. All of these micro moments of, I put the journal out, I put the Kindle out, I put it on my bed, but I never do it. I keep pushing it off. And then I keep saying that, like, all right, Saturday's free. I've got it done. But like, there's so many little decisions. There's so much about my environment, the lifestyle that is contributing to when Saturday comes. It's like you've stacked your whole hand against you. But the point is, it's not all bad. It's just this slow erosion of self-trust, thinking, all right, I need to get my shit together. I keep scrolling too much. My sleep keeps getting pushed back. And every time you try to fix it, every time you get to that moment, you've stacked up all of this hand against you, to where every time you start going, I'm so undisciplined. Like something is wrong with me. Like everyone online talks about, oh, you just got to do it. Like just do it, right? You just need to, have discipline. David Goggins, Alex Hormozy, bro, you just have to like lock in and do it. But that framing puts all of the responsibility on you in that moment. So when you are sitting there after a full dinner, exhausted from a day of work, you just got home, you're eating dinner, and you're trying to not scroll because that is the only thing that your nervous system can deal with right now to actually try to settle yourself to sleep, and you try to not do that without some substitute, without the rest of your day, overhauled, all of that framing goes to, I'm lazy, I'm undisciplined, something's wrong with me. Because like everyone else can do it. I'm the only one struggling with this. And that's not true. So the fix for this is not some flashy thing. And you already know this. Everyone that I work with, everyone that I talk to is very smart, very intelligent. They know what they need to do. And so don't expect me to give you some magic pill. But I want the reframe of this video to say, start to put your attention not on the 10 p.m., not on the, it's 7 p.m., I've got too many emails, and I just keep working, and then I try to go to bed, but like all I do is scroll. Like that's not the focus. The focus is all of the micro compromises, all of the micro decisions that you make throughout your day. It is, did you wake up and first thing you grabbed your phone, or you came back from your walk, or you had breakfast, scrolling? Did you read? Did you do the 5 minutes of journaling that you said you were going to do? Like all of those micro moments. Did you, stay on the meeting too late? And did you work a little bit too long? You answered a couple more emails. Like, what I'm talking about here. These like little micro moments of like, oh, an email just came in, like, oh, I'll just do it right now. I'll just do it right now. All of those little moments are stacking up all of this erosion to your own self-trust. I worked with a very successful founder and just couldn't switch off. A lot of these evenings, like 7 p.m., still going through emails, still working, went for a vacation, like an actual vacation away from work, no working, and just couldn't actually be and feel the peace and calmness and the experience of a vacation. And what we did was start breaking down first, what's the root cause of all of this micro erosion of self-trust? Like what is actually going on? But as we started to build back up, the thing that we focused on was these micro boundaries. So when it becomes 7 p.m. and an email comes in, what identity do you act upon? The version of you where it's like, I just need to get this done. This is a priority. I just need to get it done. Or are you acting as the regulated person who has trust in themselves to set a clear boundary and go, nope, actually, it's 6 p.m. I'm not going to work. I can't do this right now because I'm working on my own self-trust, my own regulation. I know that if I do this and put someone else's priority above mine, then I will get to 10 p.m., 11 p.m. when, my own recovery, rest is more important. And I get to that point and I have nothing left. And so all of these micro boundaries, how can you make things smaller? How can you start bringing in this new identity that you're working on into all of these micro moments. The email comes in, waking up, actually reading, actually journaling. How can you make it easier? If you still keep pushing it off, how can you make the habit easier? The point of this video is to reframe that all of these micro compromises, micro moments are the real thing that matters. And bringing your attention to actually following through and becoming the version of yourself, pulling the future version, ideal version of yourself into all of those moments, stacking evidence up of following through on those moments. That is what matters. And building up that base is what will actually fix the root bad habit. Scrolling too much, keep pushing back, bedtime, the thing that you are struggling the most with in the evening. Hope that helps you. See you in the next one.